Court called the case of Lakeisha Wilson as conservative for Shiana Wilson, a minor versus Covenant Medical Center et al. Case number 16-29075 NH. The court is proceeding remotely this afternoon pursuant to administrative order from our Michigan Supreme Court. The court, as you can see, is live streaming this matter to my YouTube station. My court reporter is in the courtroom. She is making a verbatim record of this proceeding. No one is allowed to make an unauthorized reproduction or recording of this matter. If they do, they may be held in contempt of court. If the attorneys would give their full appearances for the record.
Richard Koonsman for plaintiff.
Marcy Matson on behalf of defendants.
And this is a plaintiff's emergency motion to adjourn trial. Mr. Koonsman, you may proceed.
Yes. Late last week, we received a trial notice for trial on November 15, which is a little bit quick, considering I have 7 experts in this birth trauma case, all of whom but one reside out of state. So we're asking for a small adjournment till sometime after the first of the year so that we can accommodate these doctors from either coming in for trial or giving trial depositions, Your Honor.
Well,
and I also, I guess,
set for trial by administrator, so it wasn't done by this court. So that's why that was done. So I don't have an issue with adjourning this matter. It appears, Ms. Matson, you're concurring in the motion.
We did
to adjourn the trial date. Is that correct? And Mr. Koonsman, you were about to say something else?
Marcy Matson is relatively new on the case because previous counsel had retired, so her firm took it over. We have never facilitated the case, and I don't want it to be a fruitless endeavor, but if the court would order facilitation, I would be happy to attend that. I'm not sure if Marcy Matson's clients would, but I'll leave her to speak for herself, but I think it could be helpful in this case. It's a pretty significant shoulder dystocia injury.
Ms. Matson, your response?
Yeah, I certainly don't have an objection if this court orders us into facilitation. Attorney Koonsman and I had discussed this, and I have reached out to my carrier. Unfortunately, my claims rep was actually monitoring another trial last week, so I don't have a definitive answer for him. But on principle, I think he's right. We haven't facilitated, and it might be worth at least an exploration. My physician has actually retired because of the all of the intervals with COVID and such. So she may have, have a different position. I don't know, but.
Ms. Matson, will you be prepared to facilitate this matter by February 28th?
Certainly.
Okay, so the court will order the parties into facilitation. It must be completed by February 28th of 2023. And then I'm looking at going to trial in this case in April of next year. I have a couple different dates available in April 11th and April 18th. I'll let the two attorneys agree upon a date.
So I have on April 11th, a case that's set to go in Kalamazoo. I have on April 12th, a case that's set to go actually in Saginaw. On April 24th, I have a case that's set to go, I think that's El Pino, that one. Will they all go? I mean, certainly we can't know if they'll all go, but just so everyone's aware, we do have those conflicts out there.
Mm-hmm. The case that you're trying, I believe, the week of April 10th, how long is that trial going to last?
So if the one that goes on April 11th goes, I would guess, given the number of co-defendants, that's probably a 2-week one. If that one doesn't go and the one on April 12th goes, I would guess that's probably a 1-week trial.
Okay. That's cutting it pretty close there. Would you have Angie step in? I'll give you some, when Ms. Matson, when are you available for trial? Because I don't want to schedule a trial on a date that is going to conflict with another case. by the same token, this is a 2016 case, and I want to get this case tried as soon as possible. So give me a moment. Why don't you take a look at your calendar? Let me know what month you're available, Mr. Koonsman and Ms. Matson, and I'll look at the court's docket.
So, Rich, I don't know what your schedule looks like. Mine has all of the COVID cases stacked up. Yours probably does too. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently set for May. Again, they won't all go, but they're set. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 set for June. It looks like actually July, I only have 1 set in July. And I only have 1 set in August. So those are probably pretty good. And at
I'm
the
fine.
moment,
It's a long-
anything September.
It's a long ways away, but I'll leave it to the
Well, I
court's
apologize.
discretion. You need to
Then
do
they
more,
won't, oh, I just don't know which ones will.
you need to get them all in facilitation.
It's crazy. Next year is a little bit crazy with all of the COVID cases that have all been set now for next year, so.
The one
I
you
will
have
be,
in July, what date is that in July?
I have 1 set for July 26th, and my last case in June is set for June 26th. So somewhere in the middle of that would work.
Anything, so we're looking at August 29th into September.
So we're in a criminal jury term in July. I'm going to set one of those aside for civil. We need to get this case tried.
So we have one in the week of July 11th.
July 11th.
July 11th.
July 11th. Mr. Koonsman, Ms. Matson, that works for you?
it works for me, Your Honor.
Yep, I can make that work.
So then we'd be looking at a final settlement conference date of July 7th at 2:30. And the parties will be required to attend. I'm hopeful you'll resolve the case through facilitation before February 28th. But if not, we'll see everyone back here on July 7th at 2:30. And then trial on July 11th, 8:30, we'll begin jury selection. Please make sure that you review the scheduling order. I'm going to take another look at the scheduling order, as I normally put specific information in that scheduling order as it relates to final settlement conference, what's required to be filed, trial briefs and things of that nature. This case was around before this court took the circuit court bench. So I'm not sure if there were any scheduling orders specifically done by me, would have been done by my predecessor. So I'll take a closer look at the file and make sure that you have the court's order as it relates to all activities surrounding trial and final settlement conference.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Do you want us to submit an order regarding facilitation and the dates, or are you going to do that?
Yes, if you would do so,
Okay,
conforming with this court's ruling from the bench, and you can put in there the trial date and final settlement conference dates as well. So,
okay. Thanks very much, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
absolutely.
Thanks, Rich.
Have a good
You're
day.
welcome.
Bye,
All right,
Marcy.
you do the same.
Bye, guys.
That will this matter. Bye.